I'm also get you guys to the Royce Keys' Smackdown In-Ring debut win last night. Get you guys that for sure. Also, Danhausen, he got his in-ring debut win last night on SmackDown. And much other news to come, by the way, guys. I'll get you guys to that. And also guys, TNA Rebellion is going to be tonight. Guys, check that out. And next week, next Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be WrestleMania week. That's all the news you got to know for that. WrestleMania Vegas week. That's all there is you got to know for that, everybody. So, and I have much other news to come by the way, guys. I'll get you guys to that. First things first, because I'm just only stuff for the fact that the Knicks got yet another one against the Raps, 1-195. Last night, congrats to Knicks on that, and they're ready for playoffs. I know they are. So playoffs, by the way, they're going to be next week. That's all there's going to say about that, guys. So congrats, Knicks, yet another win. Also, I know there's also, by the way, that Royce Keys, he got his SmackDown in-ring debut win last night. So congrats to Royce Keys. Now, Royce Keys, he did debut 3 months ago at the Rumble in Saudi, and he made quite the impression. I know that he did, but Royce Keys, he's the one not to mess with everybody. And I know deep down that, that was in his home state too, by the way. So Royce Keys, he's gonna make a lot of noise in WWE. I know that he made some noise last night. He made some noise 3 months ago. He's gonna make a whole lot. He made a whole lot more noise last night on SmackDown. So that's the best news you get there, guys. Could Royce Keys become a future champ? That's in his future. So that's something to look forward to, guys. That's before WrestleMania, guys. That's all I can say about that. But Royce Keys, he's the one not to mess with, guys. And I just know it's gonna be WrestleMania next week. Who knows about that, guys? We'll see a place that could be next year. Who knows about that, guys? So that's something to look forward to. That's something to look forward to, guys. So Royce Keys, congrats on the big win last night. Congrats on that. And then there's also, by the way, guys, Danhausen, well, he got his in-ring debut win last night as well. You saw him. He put a curse on ISO Speed. He put a curse on Kit Wilson, and he put a curse on the Miz as well. Wow, and wow. And you saw him. Oh my god! There was truth housing that happened, which it did. And everyone saw, the ESPN app. You can get WrestleMania on the ESPN app, or you watch on ESPN if you want. So that's something to look forward to, guys. I'm definitely excited for this overall. But Danhausen, he got his in-ring debut win last night. The pyro went off, and Kit Wilson. Oh, that was so fun to watch. But I'll tell you, Danhausen, wow, he put a curse on everyone. Very nice, very evil and all, but he's fun to watch. He is absolutely fun to watch. I'll tell you about that overall. So that's all I'm gonna say for that, guys. All right, nothing else, by the way, guys. WrestleMania Vegas is gonna be next week, guys. Next Saturday and Sunday. Check that out, guys. Also, Bayley lost in her hometown last night as she lost to Alexa Bliss ahead of the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag title match next week, guys, at WrestleMania Vegas. So that's all I can say about that. Also, guys, also the fact that Jacob Fatu in his hometown, he got battered up by Drew McIntyre. Had the unsanctioned match next week at WrestleMania Vegas. So, and Jacob Fatu, he fought back, but wasn't enough. That's all about that. Also, Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee, they got into a conversation. It was pretty intense, by the way, overall. So that's all I can say of that, everybody, as well. This is all ahead of Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania Vegas for the WWE title, by the way, guys. And Randy Orton's trying to go for his 15th title reign. That's something to look forward to, guys. That's all I can say of that, everybody. So look forward to that. And then there's also, by the way, guys, TNA Rebellion is going to be tonight, guys. Check that out. And that's all there's going to for that, everybody. Also, guys, AEW Dynasty, that is tomorrow night. Check that out, guys, as well. Those are going to for that, everybody. And then there's also, by the way, guys, Markquese Bell, he was detained in church for marijuana possession and possession of a controlled substance. Not good for him at all. You should know better than that. Also, then there's also, by the way, guys, Dontayvion Wicks, he's going to the Eagles, by the way. Packers, they get a fifth round pick in this year's draft later this month, and a 6th rounder in the 2027 NFL draft. The Wicks is going to sign a 1-year, 13 mil off with the Eagles. So that's all that I can say of that, guys. Nothing else, by the way, guys. Azura Stevens, he returns to Sky on a 3 offer. Thoughts about that, guys? Also, guys, BG finalizes a 7-figure offer to be with the Connecticut Sun. Now, the Connecticut Sun, they're gonna have their final season, by the way, which is gonna be the season, by the way, guys, and it's gonna be Houston. It's gonna be the Houston Comet. So that's all I can say to that, guys. Nothing else, by the way, guys. Bijan Robinson, 5th-year option was picked up by the Falcons. Thoughts about that? Also, guys, nothing else, by the way, guys. Sentence, by the way, Browning Nagel, he was deceased at 57 from colon cancer battle. My condolences out to families, his fans. Awful news there, guys. Just really sad news there. Really sad there, guys. Also, this, guys. Sam Darnold picks up another ring as he marries Katie Hoofnagel. So congrats to Sam Darnold on yet another ring. Congrats to him on that, by the way. Second ring. That's on that. And Travis Kelce, they will follow, so I know they will. Ahead of the way. They'll be next. I know they will. And then there's also, by the way, guys, he beat the Wiz 140 to 117. You had the Hawks beat the Cavs 124 102. The Pistons beat the Hornets 118 to 100. The Celtics beat the Pels 144 118. Sixers beat the Packers. They beat the Pacers 105 to 194. The Magic beat the Bulls 127 103. The Bucks, they defeated the Nets 125 108. Spurs beat the Mavs 139 120. Nuggets beat the Thunder 127 107. The Wolves, they defeated the Rockets 136 132. Lakers beat the Suns 103 to 73. Yeah, the Blazers beat the Clips 116-97. Jazz beat the Grizz 147-101. And the Kings beat the pathetic Warriors 124-118. That's which they did, by the way. Also, baseball news here, by the way. Nats beat the Brewers 1-3. A's beat the Mets 4-0. Pirates defeat the Cubs 2-0. Tigers defeat the Marlins 2-0. Angels beat the Reds 10-2. Rays defeat the Yanks 5-3. Braves beat the Guardians 11-5. Giants beat the O's 6-3. Royals, they defeated the Shine Sox 2-0. Cards beat the Red Sox 3-0. Padres beat the Rockies again 5-2. Dodgers beat the Rangers 8-7. Mariners beat the Astros 9-6. Blue Jays beat the Twins 10-4. And the D-backs defeat the Phillies 5-4. That's all I can say that, guys. Well, that's all I can get for that. Also, want to say congrats to Hanai El Hamami and Diego Elias. They're the 2026 El Gauna champs. Congrats to both of them on that. So, congrats on them on that. That's all I can say about that, guys. Also, let's see here. And then there's also, by the way, guys, well, Diana, you saw the photos themselves. So Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel, they're investigated over relationship and the photos, by the way. Both of them are married, by the way. Vrabel is married to Jen Vrabel, and Diana Rossini is married to Kevin Goldschmidt. Both were at a Sedona, Arizona resort at the Ambient in Sedona, Arizona. And they also saw the Mesa Mountain Range, by the way. So, and they're in the poolside area as well. So, guys, I mean, look, in the photos, they're just spending time together, which they are. They're just hanging out together, they're spending time with each other, which they are. But there's no way they're not in a relationship. They're really not. So that's all I gotta say to everybody. That's our news you gotta know in that. So Dan Rossini and Mike Vrabel, they're investigated over the relationship and the photos that were surfacing. So they're spending time at Sedona, Arizona at a ambient resort, by the way. So you guys have any thoughts about this? Let me know about that. I'll address it as well, buddy. Also, guys, the others of the NBA playoffs are gonna be starting up next week. I told you guys that already. It's about that. And I told you guys that WrestleMania Vegas week is next Saturday and Sunday. Check that out, guys. That's all the news you got to know for that, guys. And then there's also, by the way, guys, another news that I want to start by the way to shout out to Trisha Helfer, Jennifer Esposito, Summer Walker, Maddie Lambert, Crowley, Josh Brueckner, Alessandra Ambrosio, Millie Alcock, Ashley Garcia, Carlin Bates, Dustin Rose, Josh Stone, Anna Maria Polo, Steve of Tekken 8. You also got Gene Diarc of World Heroes, Kyosuke. You also got Kyosuke Kagama of Rival Schools, So send them all your birthday wishes. Shout tweets and please share this on everybody. That's all news you got no consult to say on that. That's everything you got to know about that as well. That's all those you got to know about on that as well. So check this out, guys. I'll just let you guys know that the NFL draft is going to be later this month. Check that out, guys. All news you got to know for everybody. That's all there's to say about that. That's all you got to know for everybody. That's all you got to know. All right, ladies, that will do right there for the Khalil of Sports Board. Live subscribe to Khalil of Sports Board, both YouTube channel, Facebook page. But I know, so guys, what do you constitution reaction? Your thoughts on Knicks getting a win against the Raps, getting a win to 195? Let me know about it, guys. Also, the playoffs. I told you guys they're going to be next week, guys, as well. That's going to be WrestleMania week, guys. WrestleMania Vegas week. So thoughts about that. Also, guys, Wizard of Royce Keys' SmackDown In-Ring debut win last night. Thoughts about that? He could be a future champion of his own right, which he could be, by the way. So that's all about that, guys. What's a Danhausen winning his in-ring debut last night? Thoughts about that, guys? Let me know about that. Also, guys, with thoughts on Dontayvion Wicks. Dontayvion Wicks going to the Eagles, and the Packers get a 5th-round pick in this year's draft later this month, and the 6th-rounder in next year 2027 NFL draft. Thoughts about that, guys? Let me know about that. And also, Wicks is going to be signing a 1-year, $13 million for the Eagles, which is, by the way, it's all you got for that, guys. Also, guys, once again, send your brother wish tweet outs out to Trisha Helfer, Jennifer Esposito, Summer Walker, Maddie Lambert, Crowley, Josh Brackner, Alessandra Ambrosio, Millie Alcock, Ashley Garcia, Carlin Bates, Dustin Rhodes, Jeff Stone, Josh Stone, Anna Maria Polo, Steve of Taken 8, Gene D. Arc of World Heroes, Kaosuke Kagama of Rival School. Send my brother wish tweets. Please introduce that to all that you got to know about him. And out back for breaking news, short time is live updates, and we're going to a whole lot more in the Khalil Sports Board. I think sports related, and then you got to know. That's all to say, guys. Take care, everybody. You guys have a good day. Enjoy. Everybody, be safe.